What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, but I've had this idea for this video for quite a long time, but never really got to do it because, first of all, I needed to get the footage, and then I needed, also to find the time to actually make this, tests and shit, graduating this year. But yeah, that should be the topic of this video. As you can already see, and as you probably already read in the title, in this video I'm going to talk about how to fly the Bf-109, since it's quite often that I see people who don't really know how to use it, and there's very common mistakes in this plane that people do. So they often get shut down. They're like wondering, how am I supposed to fly this? And people like these players sometimes think 109 is just really bad, you can't really do much with it. And well, that's the case if you don't know how to fly it. But I'm gonna try to change that. So I'm just gonna generally talk about strengths and weaknesses of this plane, and hopefully you'll be able to pick something up and improve your flying. Because once you got the hang of it, this plane is really fun. Especially because since it's an energy fighter, and actually one of the best energy fighters, it really excels at situations where you're outnumbered. But I think I have some 1v1 footage as well, if I'm not mistaken right now. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that as well, give you some tips there. I got some footage. We're going to look through the footage, and I will basically just explain what I'm doing. Most of the footage I actually got is nighttime footage, because the most recent active Battle of Britain match I had was at nighttime. So that's going to be the majority of the video. So I'm gonna brighten up the footage while editing, so you'll be able to see a little better. But keep in mind that if you play the game, it might be a little harder to see than it will be in the video. I generally don't prefer nighttime footage, but I had no choice, so well, I took what I got. But many people struggle to fly at nighttime. I'm actually not the best either, but I can do it. If you have struggled with that, maybe this video is going to help you out with that as well. Without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So I just killed this bomber, and after I did that, I'm looking down and I see that there's a contact which is being attacked by our friendly flag. So I figured that this is most likely an enemy. Diving straight onto him, he's most likely unaware of me, keeping track of my speed, so I don't overspeed obviously in the dive. It looks like he was on a strafing run or something like that, and is now trying to head home. However, that's probably not going to happen for him, because I'm closing in very fast. I cannot quite tell what he's in yet, but it looks to be another Hampton actually. Okay, I didn't remember that was a Hampton. Remember that I'm making this voiceover, a good amount of time after I actually made the video. But yeah, bomber intercepting can be interesting as well. So I got some shots onto it. However, didn't kill him yet, so I'm just going back up, getting out of his gunfire, restoring my energy, going full throttle, just perform a loop and dive back down on him. These maneuvers can be a little sketchy at times when intercepting bombers, because you often cross the line of their rear gunners. So if you dive on them like that, that is actually not a very good angle. So what you want to do is, actually what I do here is not the best tactic. Like, I straight up go behind them. It works in this case because Hampton is really weak. So if you 20mm is all it takes, but as you can see, Hampton hit me. Took off my aileron or something, I'm not quite sure. But it's my rudder, never mind. But I'm definitely hit. So, actually I think my aileron is gone as well, but it doesn't matter now. So I'm kind of forced to land. While I theoretically could dogfight in that condition, I instead decide to land, because there's just no reason to take the risk, as there's no enemies nearby at the moment. So I really have all the time to just land, reload, repair, and go for another attack. So right after I took off, I already see the first enemy right in front of me. He probably wanted to strafe the base, but luckily I was able to take off in time to intercept him. He's on my altitude, since he didn't climb for a strafing run obviously. But I just took off and went in straight lines, so I'm already at my maximum speed of 650 kilometers. Well, he was doing turns the whole time, so he's a lot slower than me, and therefore I'm catching up very fast. He is most likely unaware, so I can just sneak up on his 6 and, you know, blast him away. But now he's starting to turn because he probably hears me, I suppose. He's going into a dive to make it harder for me to hit, which is always a good idea. If you got something on you, trying to dive is always a good idea because a diving target is a lot harder to hit than a climbing target. But that doesn't help him very much because before does not a WW2. I'm taking some shots, getting some hits. He's probably getting very scared now. Even more hits right there, and yeah, he's panicking, doesn't really know what to do, and final hits, and he's gone. Shortly after I killed him, I see another enemy who's at low altitude and heading right for our base. Most likely he's going for a strafing run as well. It's always preferable to go for targets like this, as they are most likely unaware and, you know, easy targets. They don't necessarily perform a big threat, but no reason to not kill him. I cannot tell what he's in yet, but since he's firing at me, it has to be happening. I'm trying to get a deflection, however, he is actually a lot slower than I thought, so I just passed right by, almost ram him actually, and yeah, I just go back up. Game lags a little, but it's okay. And now he's right below me, so perfect. I can just drop my nose right on him and get him. It looks like he's in a turn now. I can't quite tell why he's doing that. I suppose he's... Actually, no, that's not the Hampton. I'm chasing something else here. I think this turns out to be a 190, yeah. Turns out to be a 190. Didn't know I had a teammate. So I go off him. I see the Hampton again. He is at low altitude. He probably tried to hit our ships, since those ships are very nearby. However, he is getting heavily attacked by flag. Though the 190 is already on him. I flew next to him because I tried to get a deflection, but the 190 with its heavy armament just ripped right through the Hampton, killed him for me, and I just see him explode right there. So I'm just heading for the British coast right now and try to get some kills there. So as I went on to the other side of the channel, I see two low enemies, who probably just took off. So I'm informing my teammate that they're there. Not used to this because usually if I play with a teammate I'm on call with him. But this dude is random. And he seems to be quite okay because he killed that other guy. So I'm just gonna let him know, because you know it's never bad to have support. You know, I prepare for the attack. Generally, you always wanna, if you see two enemies behind each other, you generally wanna go for the one behind. Like not for the one up front, for the one behind. Like usually for the latest one. Because if you go for the first one or one right in between, you basically just fly right onto the 6 of the guy who's behind him. That's so. But if you go for the last one instead, you don't have anyone on you, and if the guy up front wants to get on, he has to turn around first, and chances are you'll realize, and you can break off or go do evasive maneuvers or fly away or whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm going for the last guy. I'm tracked for speed. I'm hitting 700 kilometers. That's okay. I have bad lockup at that speed. Actually, I'm doing 720 right now, so I'm really stretching the limit of my 109. That's okay, because he's just going in a straight line, so I don't have to maneuver. It's kind of hard to hit him, though, actually. But I get him just like that. Very nice kill right there. He was absolutely unaware. I have a lot of energy. So I'm just going right back up and prepare for my next kill. That's what I'm talking about. Most of the time they don't even realize you can literally just dive in, blast them away, and go back up and repeat. And also, I often see 109s with gun pods, but that's just completely unnecessary unless you're doing bomber hunting and you don't expect to face any fighters. Because as you just saw, the single 20mm is already more than powerful enough, so it's really all you need. And the additional ones just decrease the performance by too much. So I'm diving on what is actually another Hampton, but I'm actually in a very good angle right here. I get a lot of hits, but many of those were probably 7.9s, so that was not quite enough. But it's okay, I got a lot of energy. I didn't get hit either because I was very fast. That's how you want to approach a bomber, by the way. It doesn't always work like that, but when it does, that's the perfect way. Because if you approach them that fast, they usually don't really have a chance to fire back. Now he's in the turn, which makes it a lot easier for me, because he's exposing himself very much. I got a lot of hits, and he is gone. Yeah, that's another kill for us. I mean, to be fair, I am facing a lot of unskilled, unexperienced enemies here, but it's just a casual match. Like, it's actually rare that you face enemies who are more skilled than those people. Those people are like average. So most of the time you will face people like that. And as you can see, it's really easy. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, when I'm playing the 109 is a lot of fun, as you can see right there. And great thing is, if you have more threats, it works the same way. Get energy, get altitude, climb up. You want to make sure you're above the enemy by as much as you can. And most of the time you are, as you can see. I never even faced one single Spitfire that was even near my altitude. They were all below me. So yeah, you just dive on them, pick up a lot of speed, at least 650, 700 kilometers. Try to get a deflection, or just blast them right straight out of the sky, depending on how it works. And then you open up your throttle and go vertically up. Chances are the Spitfire is able to follow you, because Spitfires are kind of OP in this game, but they can't quite follow you when they have a lot less energy. They can only follow you when they have like a little bit less energy or just as much energy as you have. So I'm opening up my throttle here because I think I saw the flag opening up. Yeah, the flag is opening up again, just like last time. So I want to hurry the landing as much as I can. I think I'm low on fuel is why I'm landing. I'm not hit, but I don't want to run out of fuel, so I just try to make the landing as quickly as possible. About to touch down and pulling some flaps, and yeah, it's actually quite a good touchdown. I don't think he ejected, if I saw that right. Yeah, he did. So I'm actually safe. Can just normally go on, make a full stop, and go back up to get some more kills. Alright, so after I took off again, I'm heading for the British coast, and I actually spot an enemy halfway through the coast. He is very low again, so yeah, I suppose he's not aware. As you can see, I have a lot of altitude above him. I'm just waiting until he's right below me, and once he is, I'm just gonna do a split ass and drop my nose right on him and see if I can get him. I'm not sure what he's in yet, so I'm ruddering a little bit to increase my roll rate, and yeah, just putting my nose right on him. I actually leave the throttle open so I can, pick up a lot of speed, because I want to go very fast in case it's a Spitfire, so I can extend away. I'm approaching him very fast right here. He's a lot slower than I am, obviously, which is the way I want it to be. My plane's starting to shake. I'm doing 800 kilometers, so I'm absolutely stretching the limit. I see it's a Spitfire. I'm idling the throttle. He doesn't see me though, but I missed him because I was just going way too fast. Shot over him. He most likely knows I'm there now, but he cannot follow me, so I'm just going back up. Spot him again, and perform another attack until I get him. That's just all I want to do in the 109. Energy fighting. Just dive on him, try to hit him, go back up, repeat. It's really that simple. You just want to make sure that you have more energy than him and you'll be fine. And here I make another attack, I get a lot of hits, and yep, he's gone. I see him burning behind me, it looks pretty cool, right behind the moon. The pilot makes it off the plane just in time, because right after it just blew up. So yeah, guess he's a prisoner of war now.